The CANARIE-funded Science Studio project, led by a team at the University of Western Ontario, enables researchers from across the country to conduct remote experiments using the Canadian light source. The Canadian light source is the National Synchrotron Research Facility. A synchrotron is a source of brilliant light that enables scientists to study the microstructure and chemical properties of materials.
The synchrotron is an amazing piece of machinery and invaluable to the scientific community. But it is in high demand, and scientists used to wait weeks or even months before they could schedule an experiment. Then they and their team would travel to Saskatchewan and conduct their experiments in round-the-clock shifts in order to optimize the use of the synchrotron. Then they would return to their labs, briefcases filled with CDs of undifferentiated data, and they would pore through this data and analyze it.
With Science Studio, scientists and researchers are able to access the synchrotron remotely from their desktops. Whether they're in Victoria, St. John's, or Edmonton, they can conduct an experiment and analyze the data, all in half a day rather than half a year. A scientist simply logs into the Science Studio website, requests a time to conduct an experiment, provides the sample to be used, then returns on the designated day and time. On that day, the scientist can be joined online by colleagues who can view the experiment live, receive the resulting data, and discuss the findings. This flexibility and accelerated timeline means scientists can rapidly build new knowledge that can be applied to industrial and commercial uses. As an example, scientists can use this data to assess the structure of mining residues to determine if they contain toxic components. This kind of analysis can also assess the effects of corrosion on metal alloys, such as those used in CANDU reactors.
The ability to actually have some of our scientists and geologists possibly in Port Hope and in Australia and in the United States working on looking at a particular mineral fraction or a particular question that we may have about processing remotely at a synchrotron with the beamline scientists to give advice on to how to improve the analyses will be a great benefit. From a chemical standpoint, it gives us great access to advanced chemical techniques and geochemical techniques where we don't have to travel. We can do it real time.
Through the Science Studio, a large branch of scientific discovery became much easier to access and much more cost-efficient to conduct. Through Science Studio, we can expect more innovations to emerge, potentially a tornado-resistant building material or a new approach to medical imaging. The sky's the limit when innovation is accelerated, and Science Studio is helping Canadian scientists put the pedal to the metal.